Not necessarily the right, because there's so many right. Is there really a wrong way?
That's true.
As long as you get to the finish.
As long as you finish it.
But to me, it was about being.
안녕하세요, 여러분. 오늘은 우리 아버지 오셨습니다. 와! My dad is visiting here from the States. He came here about a week ago, and he's leaving today already. So we are going to talk to you guys about some questions that you might be curious about, some questions about childhood and raising children, and also things that you noticed about Korea. So let's start first talking about childhood and being a parent. And I was curious, Dad, is there anything that you kind of promised yourself that you would not do?
You know, one of the things that I didn't want to do in raising you was to limit you or to try and push you in a direction that I thought you should go, but might not be where you ended up wanting to go. I had seen how that can be detrimental to kids, where parents push real hard and then the child then gets turned off by that. So I tried to avoid that. So it was a challenge for our parenting to try and find what motivated you, because we have a similar blessing or curse in that we're both pretty good to very good at many things. Mm-hmm. And it's challenging when to truly find your passion.
Something that really
you have to work for it. So some of the things where, you were very good at things, but you didn't feel inspired to push yourself to the next level, to put that work in, because it was like, I don't have to. I was that way on some things, school, pretty good, good in school, but didn't really push myself to be excellent.
Yeah.
I found my passion in flying,
mm-hmm.
and from there in teaching others to fly, to do that kind of stuff. So that's where I found my passion. It's been fun watching you find your passion here in teaching English. You stated from an early age that you wanted to be a teacher, and,
mm-hmm.
and it's obviously it's passion for you, and you found that over here. So
I really do enjoy it, and I think that's really true, because I used to play the flute when I was young, and I was just really good at it at first, and then I kind of didn't feel the need to push myself, and I didn't really enjoy it enough to really go the extra mile.
Yeah.
So I'm also very thankful and glad that I found teaching, just because I also didn't have that one thing that really made me mm-hmm. want to push myself like teaching does,
right.
and being a teacher. Mm-hmm. Then thinking in the opposite way, was there something that you really wanted to kind of enforce in me, or make sure that I knew?
I guess two of the things that we really strove for was, one, that, personal responsibility, that, no matter what you do,
I'm responsible for it. Yeah.
You're responsible. Even though if you didn't intend for the outcome that occurred, it's still your responsibility, and to take ownership of the things that you do. And the other one was, the learning skills to try and find the most efficient way to do things. We used to play games when you were little, and I was teaching you things, as I would show you how I did it, and then I would let you, do it however you wanted, and see if you could figure out why I did it the way I did. Mm-hmm. Because there's many pathways to the conclusion.
Oh.
Some are easy. Some are hard. We all know people who spend more effort trying to get out of work than they do.
Yes.
than they do if they would have just done the work.
They would have just done it.
If they had just done the work. So when I was small and my mother would give me a task, I found through trial and error that it was best to just do it right
the first time,
and then I could go play. Because if I didn't do it right, I wouldn't get to go play or do the things. And I found that all through life, is that I kind of like the puzzle of trying to figure out the most efficient way for me to do it, to get to the end. Not necessarily the right, because there's so many right. Is there really a wrong way?
That's true.
As long as you get to the finish.
As long as you finish it.
But to me, it was about being as efficient as I could be so that I could go have the fun I wanted to have. And so I tried to instill that in you, that problem-solving skills, to be able to look at a problem and find the easiest way to get to the conclusion.
I definitely think that is true for me because like I have a kind of natural ability when I'm making something or doing something or maybe putting something together or this kind of thing. I always know, okay, how do I have to do this to be able to make it? And I have a lot of fun doing it. So that's where I got it from.
I get the same thing. So like if I'm building something in my wood shop or I have a project outside, oftentimes I design the project in my head 3 or 4 times until I get to the point where I can be the most efficient at it.
And then when it comes together, you're just like, oh, yeah, I did this. So from my childhood, what's one unforgettable memory that you'd like to share?
Well, there's many. I think the thing that was the most fun that I'll always carry with me was all the father-daughter dances we went to.
Oh, yeah.
You know, those were always fun. But it also, I had fun coaching your swim team.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun to watch not only you, but the other children progress from, struggling to get across the pool to the light bulb coming on, a race. And then to watch you and the other kids progress to, very good swimmers. So those were sharing those things, are probably some of my fondest memories.
I actually talk about that with my students a lot. I show off, my dad was my swim coach. And they always really like that too.
But to dads, all children grab your heartstrings when they're born. Daughters wrap that string around their little finger. And so daughters are born knowing how to manipulate their fathers. I tell that to all new fathers who just had a daughter. The trick is trying to use it and not let them abuse it.
Yeah.
So, children are a joy and a challenge, all at the same time. But the fun is to raise someone. I think we took our job as parents as preparing you for the step you're at now. So our job, as a parent, was to teach you life skills as well as education.
Morals, yeah.
So it was, how do you take care of a household? How, it's never any fun when you're 8 years old and you want to go play that you have to learn to clean your room or help clean the house, help with the dishes. Those are the life skills that you have to teach as a parent.
It's very
those, I think to me, it's to see what you now validates that we did a pretty good job. Everybody has, parenting is difficult. You do the best you can at the time, and you make the best decision that you think at the time. And then you can't look back because you can only move forward. So that's another one of my personal philosophies is the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Only you can't go there. You just move forward. I made that decision because I thought that was the best at the time. You can change the future, but you can't change the past.
That's a good philosophy to keep.
It works.
Me and Mangan, we have experienced raising a son, so I'm wondering if we should try for a daughter.
Oh, it's a sad and a happy day. Number 3.
It's number 3.
Yeah, this is a great way to improve your English skills. I have been busy. That's an often used phrase.
Yeah, I have been busy is a good one. Usually quickly or briefly, and this is neutral tone. So it can be formal and it can be informal. Now, I hear a lot of mistakes with favorite because it's a really common word that almost all English students know,